So I've been kind of addicted to the Colosseum ever since it came out. It's a bit of a love-hate relationship, but ever since I had the combat stats to be able to reasonably kill it, I have been pretty much grinding out the Colosseum non-stop on this account. All of my combat training has come through the Colosseum. Now we're finally close to 99 strength, and one question remains: can we kill Saul before that time? And more importantly, how much money are we going to make along the way? Because the Colosseum is literally the best moneymaker in the game, and that means it's the most profitable training method in the game, but how much will we make? Why hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Trader Steve's journey across Gielinor to collect as many rare items as he can get his grubby little mitts on. Trader Steve is starting his journey in the Grand Exchange chunk, but for every new rare item he can add to his collection that's worth more than 1 mil, he can unlock a new adjacent chunk, with Trader Steve's ultimate goal, obtaining a quest cape. Now in the last episode we hit a very big milestone for the account, Barrow's Gloves, something that normally takes a couple of months for most accounts, but we're at pretty much a couple of years at this point. But we now have our best in slot gloves for the foreseeable future. It's a big upgrade too. So one thing I really want to start prioritizing is doing a bunch of quest cleanup. It's really hard to know exactly all of the locations that quests require. So I'm going to try to do a little quest cleanup for quests I'm pretty sure I have all of the locations unlocked, and really start pushing our quest points up. Okay, Knight Sword is a pretty easy one. I'm pretty sure I can straight up just do it with no more chunk unlocks. And we were correct, nice. There's a Knight Sword, bringing us up to 188 quest points. Okay, after 2 years of struggling, we finally have all of the requirements, all of the gear to do Sheep Shear. We actually didn't have Fred's Farm unlocked until recently, but now that's another pretty easy quest point. Cleaning up another free-to-play quest, Pirate's Treasure, another pretty easy one, and we get 2 quest points for that as well, which is great, pushing us towards 200. And there's another free-to-play quest, Below Ice Mountain. We actually just recently got all of the chunk requirements for that. I don't know if anything's useful in here, but it's a pretty big location. We'll need this for Desert Treasure too eventually anyway. Oh shit, I revealed it. Okay, I wouldn't normally do that, but I was literally going to leave. So when I'm about to leave, I actually reveal what the next wave is, and it's our first major item, the Sunfire Top. Currently worth about 6.5 mil. Well, we gotta go for it. We only have 60 HP though, so this is a bit risky. That was so easy actually. Yes, there we go, our first item from the Colosseum. That took a long time. But finally, there's a Sunfire Cuirass, which means our total loot from that is 7.5 mil. We needed that because we were absolutely broke. We had about 100k to our name. I think we actually already own this as well, which means we can sell it. Okay, how much is this going for? It looks like closer to 6 mil, but that's totally fine. Money, we take that. All in all, bringing us up to about 8 mil, which is really good. Can't believe this just happened. I'm so fucking lucky. So I saw the purple my name again, and there was no collection log, which means it had to be Dragon Claws. I kind of spoiled it for myself, but that's so good. Not only am I totally spooned on purples, but it's the same one, which means I can split this out. That's so much money, probably our biggest drop of the account. I just love chambers. Okay, so it's a 3-way split, and these look like they're worth about 90 mil. So that's nearly a 30 mil split. 29.5 mil. That's amazing. Bringing our current cash stack up to 36 mil. We are loaded right now. That was only our 20th raid. Really, we'd be lucky to have a single purple, but we got 2. Okay, so it's tempting right away to go buy items to unlock more chunks, but I'm gonna take my own advice here, and we're going to invest into some skills. And actually an underrated unlock, especially for doing Chambers of Xeric, is 78 Herblore. Currently as it stands, I can't do anything to prep the raid, which means I kind of just have to stand around while other people are doing the work, which is kind of not nice because I'm also not rocking the best in slot gear by any means either. So we're actually going to take this cash stack, invest it into a herb lore. It's not actually too expensive, although we are going to buy all the potions at once, which is a little scary. It looks like our money is just evaporated, but we'll get most of this back. There is 75 herb lore. We're just about halfway done. Kind of nice to take a skilling break now and again, actually. And there we go, 78 herb lore. Took a couple hours, but more than worth it. Now we can actually make the highest level Xerix aids and revitalizations. We still can't make overloads, but most of the raids have them in them anyway, so it's not the end of the world. So in the end, we're selling this all back for 25 mil, and it cost about 30. So 5 mil for that, more than worth it. It's another try, another day, another try at Sol. Supplies aren't looking great, but everything about this run is super scuffed, so we're just gonna try our best here. Oh my god. It's a purple from TOA. It's not in my name, but it's been a long time. I actually can split out most of the items, so this is the one time I actually don't want to see a shadow, but I do because other people. Honestly, you can't even expect more from this raid at this point. My basic loot's probably worth more than that. Okay, what's a ward split worth? Almost 2 mil. Hey, that's money. Okay, so we still have a good amount of money, 30 mil. And once again, I'm going to invest this actually into skills first, so we should still have a decent amount of money left afterwards. But one thing I've been kind of wanting for a while, especially if I go ahead and do the Inferno, which should be doable pretty soon, is 94 magic. Right now, we don't have access to Blood Barrage or Ice Barrage, which are two of the most powerful spells on the spellbook. And you don't train your magic very quickly, passively, like through combat like the others, so we're actually going to go actively train it. This will be a little expensive. We are going to use Ice Barrage. I think almost all the time you're better off using Ice Barrage. It's only like 10% more expensive than Burst and way quicker. But we're going to go ahead and buy about 10 mil worth of runes, and that should more or less be enough, if my calculations are correct, which we've had some issues in the past. Now, alongside bringing the normal bursting stuff, we're also bringing Forgotten Brews. These are perfect. We can boost up to Cast Barrage, which will make this thing a lot quicker. Also, it restores Prayer. They're just really useful. Okay, so we've just been AFKing it. Can't be bothered stacking monkeys, and we're getting a pretty consistent 300k per hour, which is decent for, the gear I have. We're rocking Dagnai, Virtus, and the Malediction Ward, but that's 92 magic, which means we can now cast Blood Barrage. Might be useful for the Colosseum, I'm not entirely sure, but definitely useful for the Inferno. Now, we've been AFKing here all day, it's great. Our prayer bonus is so high we can AFK for about 5 minutes at a time. Quickly reset, super easy, we didn't die once, which is honestly kind of surprising. So overall this took about 15 hours of AFKing, but it's just as chill as like Sand Crab, so it really didn't feel like it took that long. So there we go, 94 magic, that's where we're going to leave it off. We now have access to Ice Barrage, which is great, super good for the Inferno, and Blood Barrage, which is also going to be super helpful. Our spellbook is finally kind of useful. Din's Bulwark, that's just troll on so many levels, but unfortunately I don't own that item, so no split for me, even though it wouldn't have been that much anyway. Well, 2 more attempts at Sol and 2 more deaths, but we did get our first Sunfire Fanatic Helm. I've actually seen one before, but it's so low value that I just kept going and then lost it. But beyond just wanting the collection log, it's also 900k in 8 minutes, so that's pretty good. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy about that one. We got Sol about halfway dead. We're still making so many mistakes. The biggest one is that we are letting Sol walk up to us after each of his attacks, which totally screws me. I need to click back quick enough so that he stays in place, making the whole fight way easier. We just got to get that timing down, and then we should hopefully be good. we're going to take a minute actually to unlock another important upgrade, and that is going to be augury. We're pretty close. All we need is a few more prayer levels and an arcane prayer scroll, of course. I think we'll only need about 5 mil worth of bones. We're going to go for wyvern bones, I guess. And augury is about 3 mil. Overall, about an 8 mil investment. But hey, I'm in a skilling mood, and the prayer is going to be really useful. Okay, that took just about an hour, and there is 77 prayer. That's the last prayer level we're going to need for the foreseeable future. And that means we have every prayer unlocked in the entire game, except for maybe preserve, which is dirt cheap. So we could, I guess, get that as well. Oh no, I almost messed that up so badly. I nearly died as well. We somehow totally blitzed through the last wave without realizing we already had an echo crystal. I'm so happy I didn't screw that up. Okay, we'll definitely take that. Echo crystal on wave 6. A 7.7 mil colosseum loot, that's amazing. And our first echo crystal as well. So our collection log is actually now finally getting filled out. Took a long time though. God, the solar flare kind of sucks. I know you can do it, but there's just too much going on already. I think for me to actually get the quiver, I'm gonna have to not take solar flare unless I absolutely have to. Okay, so we have 2 items to sell off. We have the Fanatic Helm and the Echo Crystal, plus a decent amount of basic loot as well. And after liquidating everything, we're up to about 22 mil, so our cash stack is still remaining pretty healthy. Oh yes, look at that, another one, just a few waves later. Echo Crystal number 2 on wave 7, that is an immediate claim. Even on wave 11, I would claim the Echo Crystal at this point. There's no rush, we're gonna get our cape eventually, but money is money, so we're gonna take that. Okay, so that's another Echo Crystal going in the Grand Exchange for 7 mil, and that is gonna bring our cash stack up to 30 mil. Now, I wasn't planning on doing this so soon, but because our cash stack has remained pretty high and we're finally getting some rewards from the Colosseum, I kind of just want to save up now for a Ceridome God Sword. Now, because I'm doing so much Colosseum, I think the SGS would actually be really helpful. It's expensive though, 40 mil for it, but that's something I would use all the time in the Colosseum waves. Even after I get my quiver, I think it's still going to be useful because, you know, I'm still going to make mistakes after, and the SGS is so good for mitigating mistakes. So we really just need another 10 mil. Oh my god, you could not write a better script. We just hit 99 strength and we're at wave 11. This could be at 99 strength and our quiver. Manifesting, manifesting, please. Oh my god, we had Doom 2 on and we actually died to the Doom stacks for the first time ever. We had so many supplies left, we literally could have done it. And I don't know if you noticed, but when Saul does his triple parry attack, if he's under half HP or around half HP, I don't know the exact cutoff, his final attack will be delayed by a tick or two. It's just a lot slower and we didn't have the timing right. Very sad. Likely I would have taken more damage after that and we wouldn't have done it, but unfortunately on the 99 strength run, we did not succeed. No! I fucked it up again. It was at 3rd HP and we had 2 brews. Why didn't I use them? Well, the good news is I think we have enough money to get our Ceridome and Godsword. This isn't really gonna like change anything, it's just gonna make the runs more consistent. Oh my god, expensive. We got it for 41 mil, but we're gonna get a good amount of use out of this. Colosseum, Slayer, I think this is just gonna be a really useful item and we should be able to make our money back by completing more Colosseum runs more consistently. Now that begs the question, where are we going to be going next with a 40 mil item that of course will unlock a new chunk? Now I toyed around with a few options, but there's really one clear superior option right now. something that has gated me from completing 2 major quests, and that is going to be Lunar Diplomacy. Lunar Diplomacy is required to complete not only Dragon Slayer 2, but the new Wild Gothic Sleeps quest, both which will offer a variety of really useful things. Not to mention, the Lunar Spellbook itself is incredibly useful in raids and as a utility spellbook as well. Plus, unlocking more Fremenic will get me things like the Need Is Not Face Guard eventually, so I think this is clearly the way to go. Now, one quest that we have put off doing for so long is actually Fremenic Trials, something you can complete on a level 3 account literally, but we're finally getting around to it, and I think we should be able to finish it with only one more chunk unlock. I think there's actually a way around this one. There's 2 ways to get the lyre. One requires chopping that tree, which is in a inaccessible chunk for us currently. The other one though is just killing an NPC in the main Relica area, and let's just go do that. Okay, there we go. That was pretty quick. There's the lyre, so I think we can actually skip that chunk over there, maybe permanently. We might never need that one, which would be amazing. That said, we are going to need the Relica House Portal chunk. There's no way around that one, so I think that's what we're going to choose to unlock with our Saradomin Godsword purchase. Okay, there's not a whole lot here. We do have the House Portal, which is a useful teleport, and, well, that seems to be about it. This quest location, I guess. That was really annoying. We had to wait for this guy to walk out of the inaccessible chunks. We world hopped like 30 times. We finally found him though. So with just one chunk unlock, we're able to finish Fremenic Trials, which is something I've been meaning to do for a long time. And that's going to be, of course, our introduction to the Fremenic region. Now, the nice thing about the Fremenic region is everything's pretty compact, and all the quest locations actually unlock something pretty useful. Lunar Island, we get Lunars, of course. The Fremenic Isles will get us the Helm of Need Is Not. The Island of Stone will get us Basilisk. This chunk will get us Vorkath. Miscellanea will do nothing. But it's all pretty useful. So I've definitely been improving at the Colosseum, but I still die a lot. I've just been showing a bit less of them. But even when you're competent at the Colosseum, you'll just sometimes die. Over time, just less and less, hopefully. Well, we are consistently getting to Sol below half HP at least. We just ran out of supplies though. Okay, 3.5 mil on the Sol fight. I think we're just gonna claim that. That's a good amount of money in just Sunfire shards. And there is another 2 mil claim. We're gonna take that, wave 10. Now historically the way I die most of the time is when there is a spawn to the south, specifically 2 spawns that come from the south. Now we've finally gotten a bit better at it. I still occasionally do die, but here's a great example. We managed to off-tick the 2 creatures to the south while getting everything trapped correctly on the north side. Probably one of the most difficult spawns possible. Okay, so we made it to wave 12 again. Okay, well, I guess that's where our journey ends. We are taking another Echo Crystal. Okay, we gotten pretty lucky with these the last couple of days. That's another 8.5 mil loot. We are risking nothing except for the quiver, so 100% taking that. That's just more money. Hell yeah. Yes, 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 yes. We did it. Oh my god, there was so much going on. I didn't even have my dragon claws for some reason. Oh my god, that has been so many months in the making. Finally, dude, we have our quiver. Oh my god, it could not get any better. We got the freaking sunfire bottoms as well. That is perfect. Oh my god, we got a new item, a new chunk unlock as well. 12.5 mil, plus we get our quiver. I am literally terrified to look how many deaths I have at this. It's done. I mean, we're definitely coming back here. I mean, this is an insane moneymaker, but just the fact that we finally have completed it once takes so much pressure off. I knew I would get it eventually, but like, oh my god, so many deaths. So nice to finally have it. Okay, let's start off by depositing our sunfire bottoms. We now have full sunfire, which is kind of cool. The best in slot prayer gear, which, you know, could be helpful when we want to do Slayer or something like that. The sunfire bottoms are the most expensive though, and we now have pretty much every item from the Colosseum except for the Tenal Sticks of Ralos. Okay, but the more important part here, the quiver. I just looked into this. For some reason in my head, I thought the quiver had to be attached to an assembler, which made me think, okay, well, it's useless for now. But it's not. You can use it on any cape. You can use it on a accumulator. Okay, one sec. Let me go back to the wiki. Okay, so we use it with Ava. Okay, so we'll use it with Ava, and now the quiver will have the ammo saving effect of our accumulator. There it is. The quiver is obtained. Our best in slot range cape. Kind of. But let's not worry about that. Okay. 116 deaths. Oh my god. That's kind of obscene, but 1 kill count. That's all that matters. Okay, we'll sell our last Echo Crystal here, bringing our cash stack up to a healthy 13 mil, but how much did we make on the way to 99 strength at the Colosseum? Well, we actually went incredibly dry for a unique for a long time. Sure, we were dying on early waves and such, but we didn't really start getting significant loot till later, where we got 4 Echo Crystals and 1 of each Sunfire piece to boot. Now from about 90 to 93 strength, all the way to 99, I made about 180 mil at the Colosseum. But that is mostly learning, and going forward, we would make so much more money, theoretically going for like 99 attack there or something, which we will probably do next. So I guess we'll have time to compare. So we have a new chunk to unlock, our Dazana's Quiver, 13 mil in the bank, the world's our oyster, but that's going to be it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.